Good timing, Kristen. We still have some softball players that are just arriving. And by the way, they won 1-0 this evening. So round of applause to the softball team. Good evening. My name is Mike Duda, and I'd like to welcome you to Senior Recognition Night 2000. Please join me in a round of applause for Kristen Denherter, our pianist tonight. Before we begin this evening, I'd like to recognize the Board of Education members, Charlie Brenneman, Phil Gardner, Bev Levy, Kathy Mateo, Scott McIntyre, Ron Nelson, and Jeff Stoney. Also in attendance is our Superintendent, Bob Bregan, and Assistant Superintendent, Sharon Jones. Speaking on behalf of the high school staff, we're extremely proud of our graduating seniors. The many great contributions and achievements are a source of pride for our school as well as our community. Tonight is our opportunity to recognize and honor our Hazlet High School seniors who will be receiving awards in the following three areas: College Scholarship, School Departmental Awards, and Community Scholarship. Our program will be divided into three parts to allow for our presenters to share the stage this evening. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Gail Noose and Ms. Debbie Simpkins, who will begin with the College Scholarship presentation.
Good evening. We'd like to open our program tonight recognizing those seniors who have earned college scholarships as a result of academic achievement, extracurricular involvement, and community service. Seniors, as your name is read, will you please join us on stage? The first scholarship tonight will be awarded by Chief Benko, Navy ROTC.
With the scholarships, one of the graduates of the class of 2004 Hazlet High School received the Scholastic Leadership Award from the Secretary of the Navy and was nominated and selected for the Navy Honors Program. But for the scholarships, annually the United States Navy awards 4-year Naval Reserve Officers Training Corps scholarships to superbly qualified high school students throughout the country. These scholarships are awarded through a highly competitive national selection process and pays tuition and other financial benefits worth $90,000 at many of the country's leading colleges and universities. The Navy ROTC Scholarship Program not only provides a college education for these qualified young men and women, but is purposely designed to train them for service as a commissioned officer in the United States Navy while attending college. If I may call Ms. Amanda Allen. First, for the scholarship, the Chief of Naval Education and Training, in recognition of superior achievement, takes great pleasure in presenting this 4-year Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps Scholarship Nomination Certificate to Ms. Amanda Jean Allen, signed J.W. Crane, Jr., Vice Admiral, United States Navy, Chief of Naval Education and Training. The next one is from the Naval Recruiting District, Michigan. Takes pleasure in presenting Amanda Jean Allen this Navy Honors Program Certificate of Achievement for Academic Excellence, signed Commanding Officer Sharon M. Leonard, Commander, United States Navy. The last one is from the Secretary of the Navy. This Scholastic Leadership Award, the Secretary of the Navy takes great pleasure in presenting Amanda Jean Allen for outstanding leadership for the class of 2000 Hazlet High School. For exhibiting the traits of leadership, your initiative and good judgment inspired trust and strengthened others, and you lead by example through your optimism, enthusiasm, and integrity. Congratulations on a job well done, and best wishes on your future endeavors. Signed, Richard Danzig, Secretary of the Navy.
Our second scholarship will be presented by Joe Fivas, representing the Alumni Club of Central Michigan University.
Good evening. As a representative of Central Michigan University, I am pleased to represent my alma mater at your Honors Assembly. Tonight, I would like to recognize 4 students who will be receiving the Board of Trustees Scholarship. First, CMU awards the Merit Award Scholarship to students who graduated with a 3.4 to 3.4.9 cumulative grade point average. The potential value of this scholarship is $4,525 over a 4-year period. It is with great pride CMU recognizes the following student who has been awarded the Board of Trustees Merit Award Scholarship, and that's Christy Carpenter. Next, we have 3 other awards, and they are the Academic Honors Award scholarships who graduated with a 3.5 cumulative grade point average or higher. The potential value of this scholarship is $5,430 over a 4-year period. And it's with great pride CMU recognizes the following students who have been awarded the Board of Trustees Academic Honors Scholarship. It's Amanda Collins, Amy Pritchard, and Aaron Heisler. Thank you for this opportunity to be here tonight. Please join me once again in congratulating these students for their achievements. They are truly among Michigan's best and brightest students. Thank you.
The next scholarship goes to Derek Carr. Is Derek here tonight? Derek's scholarship is to Rochester Institute of Technology, the Presidential Scholarship. Next recipient, Kylie Carter. Kylie's receiving the Stephen G. Calvert Merit Scholarship. Victoria Chen. She's receiving the University of Michigan Regents Merit Scholarship. For the next award, I'd like to introduce Mary Leffler, representing the MSU Alumni Club of Mid-Michigan.
Good evening. Each year, the MSU Alumni Club of Mid-Michigan offers several textbook scholarships in the amount of $500 to outstanding students in the Mid-Michigan area who will be attending MSU in the fall. This $500 scholarship is an account set up at the MSU bookstore in the name of the scholarship recipient to be used for the purchase of textbooks. This year, 2 of the scholarship recipients are students from Hazlitt High School who exemplify to the highest degree all the characteristics we sought in selecting a recipient. Their leadership potential, community service, and academic achievement are most impressive. These young women are Rachel Pleinard and Shannon Stoddard. Are you Rachel? Congratulations. Congratulations, Shannon. You will be getting another letter. So you'll know how to operate anyway with all.
Next award goes to Amanda Collins. Grand Valley State University Award for Excellence. Stephanie Kramer. Stephanie's receiving the Aquinas College 2000 St. Thomas Aquinas Scholarship Award. Krista Ford. Chris is receiving the Lansing Community College Foundation Scholarship. Kristen Denherter. Kristen is receiving the Grand Valley State University Freshman Burt Price Grant and the Spring Arbor College Provost Award. Next, I'd like to introduce Chuck Curry, former Associate Director for Admissions and Scholarships at Michigan State University and the current member of the Scholarship Committee.
As a local resident, it's been interesting to note in the various news media the many individual team and honors and awards and accomplishments of Hazlitt students and indeed faculty, especially in the last 2 or 3 years. And I'm sure all of you at least vicariously share in all of these. Tonight I would like you to vicariously share in another significant accomplishment. Last February, there gathered on Michigan State's campus more than 500 high school seniors on each of 2 weekends. They came from throughout Michigan and 26 of the other 49 states. All had earned an A- or better record, ranked at or near the top of their class, and earned superior scores on the ACT or SAT. They came for the 44th Annual Alumni Distinguished Scholarship Competition, or ADS for short. We believe it to be the largest gathering of superior high school talent, academic talent, in any single place in the country. We know it to be the most competitive scholarship program held at any university in the United States. The culmination of the 2-day ADS weekend is a 3-hour examination, so difficult that in the 44-year history of ADS, no one has ever scored 90%. Therefore, it is a much more selective instrument than among the 1,000 ADS competitors than either the ACT or SAT. The scores on the ADS exam were used to identify about 120 semifinalists. Each of them responded in writing to an open-ended questionnaire, which together with their total high school record was used by the scholarship committee to narrow the field to 60 finalists. Each finalist was then interviewed by the committee in depth, after which the scholarship committee deliberated at length before selecting the 12 alumni distinguished scholars, each of whom receives full tuition, room and board, books, and expenses, providing for a full 4-year undergraduate education, currently valued at $46,000 for Michigan residents. In addition, 20 runners-up are designated distinguished freshman scholars, and each receives full tuition for their 4 years at MSU. The ADS program is funded by the university and contributions from alumni, friends, corporations, and foundations. This year, the 12 ADS winners come from Brighton, Davison, Essexville, Plymouth, Tipton, and Utica in Michigan, and from New York, Indiana, Illinois, and Wisconsin, and of course, Hazlitt. I would like you to meet a Michigan State University Alumni Distinguished Scholar, Kevin Dillman.
Kevin, don't sit down. We have a couple more. The other school in Michigan. Michigan State, University of Michigan Regents Merit Scholarship. Kevin, do you want to come on? You've earned that one also. And the National Merit Scholarship. Kelly Dunlap. Is she here tonight? Kelly received the Loyola University of Chicago Scholarship. Jennifer Dunn. Jennifer received the Michigan State University Honors College Award and Michigan State University National Merit Scholarship. Next, I'd like to introduce Sergeant Clapp, from the Lansing Recruiting Office, who will give our next award.
It's my pleasure to be here today to represent the United States Air Force and to present this Air Force Reserve Officer Training Corps Scholarship. The competition was especially tough this year. Over 7,500 high school seniors from across the United States applied for these available scholarship slots. We are very selective in awarding our scholarships. This student has joined a very special and select group of young adults. The majority of Air Force ROTC scholarships cover a full tuition, provide a textbook allowance, and cover most laboratory or incidental fees. In addition to this, a $200 a month tax-free allowance is paid to each scholarship winner throughout the academic year. The estimated value of this scholarship may exceed $100,000, depending on the student's choice of schools and the type of scholarship offered. The end result of an Air Force ROTC scholarship is an officer's commission in the United States Air Force. On behalf of Brigadier General John M. Spiegel, Commandant, United States Air Force Accession and Training Schools, I would like to extend my congratulations and this certificate of recognition to Kathleen Fitzpatrick. This is to certify that Kathleen D. Fitzpatrick has been selected to receive an Air Force scholarship. This scholarship is awarded on a competitive and highly selective basis as a result of meritorious achievement in academic studies and extracurricular activities, and for demonstrating a desire to serve in the United States Air Force. Congratulations.
Stefan Gliwa, is he here tonight? He received the Defiance College Scholarship. Chad Goldstein. University of Michigan Scholar Recognition Award, University of Southern California Dean Scholarship, and Michigan Society of Professional Engineers B. Charles Tinney Memorial Grant. Crystal Holcomb. Johnson and Wales Culinary Art School Scholarship. Bradley Hoppy. Ferris State University Residential Life Scholarship. Paul Krause. Grand Valley State University Award for Excellence. Michelle Lockwood. Alpha Delta Kappa Gamma Scholarship. Kyle Macklem. Michigan Technological University Scholarship. M. Joshua Newman. John Carroll University Academic Scholarship and Michigan Aggregates Association Scholarship. Thomas Brent Olivier. Tri-State University Dean Scholarship, Aquinas College Merit and Athletic Scholarship, Kalamazoo Valley Merit and Athletic Scholarship.
The next scholarship to be given this evening is the Lansing Community College Board of Trustees Scholarship. Each district is asked to nominate one student for this award, which covers tuition, books, and fees for 2 years. And using the criteria provided by LCC, our recipient is Martha Oplin. Lori Papak, Ferris State University Residential Life Scholarship. Aaron Pond, Central Michigan University Special Talent Scholarship in Speech, Communications, and Dramatic Arts. Ashley Peterson, Northern Michigan University Board of Control Scholarship. Casey Porter, Western Michigan University Academic Scholarship. Liat Rothfeld, American Cancer Society Foundation Scholarship. Nick Shibley, Western Michigan University Athletic Scholarship. Justin Stoney. Justin Stoney, Hudson's Project Imagine Scholarship, Alma College Award, Hope College Presidential Scholarship, Western Michigan University Medallion Scholarship, and the University of Michigan Dr. Sidney J. and Irene Shipman Scholarship. Gretchen Swihart, DePaul University Merit Scholarship.
I'd just like to explain my attire tonight. I got done with my softball game and went home to change and discovered that I was locked out of my house. My sister hadn't returned our house key to my neighbor, so otherwise I'd be all nice, but I'm sorry, I apologize.
Angela Tular, Douglas J. Scholarship. I stand corrected. It's Tuller. Angela Vasco, University of Florida, Douglas Turner Grant. Michael Varesh, University of Michigan Flint Alumni Scholarship. Stephanie Ververka, Hope College Presidential Scholarship and Detroit Free Press Scholar Athlete. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dave Mortis, a member of the University of Michigan Alumni Association, to present the next award.
Each year, following a tradition begun in 1929 by the University of Michigan Club of Greater Lansing, the club presents a scholarship award at high schools in the Lansing area. The award is given to a graduating senior who has demonstrated outstanding ability in a combination of leadership, scholarship, and activities. The recipient must have been active in school activities, be in the upper third of the class scholastically, and have the respect of his or her classmates. The award is made to the individual who best meets these qualifications and who best represents the school. The student selected receives a certificate, and this year's recipient will receive $600 to use when he or she attends the University of Michigan. In recognition of these outstanding qualities, it is a pleasure for me to represent this year's University of Michigan Club of Greater Lansing Scholarship Award to Matthew Viaches.
Leanne Wasserman, Aurora University James E. Memorial Scholarship. Heather White, Alma College Tartan Award and Alma College Music Performing Award. Laura Winder, Brigham Young University National Merit Scholarship. And Matt Wyman, Hope College Distinguished Scholar Award. Oh, shoot. Melanie Whistle, University of Alaska Fairbanks Chancellor's Scholarship, Lake Superior State University Board of Trustees Academic Honors Scholarship, and Grand Valley State University Award for Excellence. I'd like you to join us in congratulating our seniors for their accomplishments. Mr. Regan will join us to present the National Merit Awards. The National Merit Scholarship Program begins with students taking the PSAT Preliminary Scholastic Aptitude Test as juniors. The class of 2000 has distinguished itself with 10 members of this class being recognized by the National Merit Program. Commended students are Emily Jo Heiler, Justin Stoney, Gretchen Swihart, Stephanie Ververka, and Ashley Wilkie. Please come forward. Semifinalist Greg Skinner, finalist Jennifer Dunn, Kathleen Fitzpatrick, Laura Winder. And National Merit Scholar Kevin Dillman. This time, the presenters may leave the stage, and we'd like to have the teachers join us up on stage for the school awards. I'd like to introduce Mr. Richard Vitek, the principal of the Capital Area Career Center, to present the first awards in the department. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm here to recognize two Hazlitt seniors from the Capillary Career Center. The Capillary Career Center offers 16 career and technical programs to juniors and seniors from every high school in Ingham County. Our first award winner in hospitality services, I don't think is here this evening, but it's Crystal Holcomb. Crystal will be attending, as you heard on a previous announcement, Johnson & Wales University in Rhode Island, majoring in culinary arts and restaurant management, and she was awarded a $2,000 scholarship from Johnson & Wales. Our next awardee this evening is Derek Carr. I think I saw Derek. Derek is a second-year student from our Certified Novell Administrator Academy. He has used a wide range of computer hardware, software, and networking skills to keep the CNA network operating and assisting other students in the program. Students respect his knowledge, and he's very reliable, conscientious, and dedicated. And he also won a $250 Student Forum Scholarship from the Capillary Career Center. Congratulations. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm here to present the Computer Business Education Award. That is given to a student who has taken all of the computer classes and has done an outstanding job. And we would like to award this to Matt Karsten. Next up will be Mrs. Schnarr from the English department.
Good evening. The class of 2000 has set standards so high for this new century. They challenge and expect the best from themselves, as is shown in their excellence in all areas of language arts. From this class, we have writers who have won coveted honors and hopefully will pursue these talents as adults. Many of these skills were acquired as they pushed themselves to be readers beyond the required classroom status quo and thereby increased their command of the language. Classroom discussion has blossomed under the leadership of these students as they know how to listen to each other and expand their analyses through verbal communication. All these attributes can be seen in this year's 8 English Award recipients. Each honoree has achieved at the A or higher level throughout 4 or more credits of English, as well as a communications class. And in scanning the list, there is not one student who did not achieve this without also juggling a multitude of participation exercises that reach from the music domain to the athletic arena to community service. Let us celebrate their achievement and dedication. As I call their names, please hold your applause for the end, and would you all join me up here to my left. Kevin Dillman, Emily Jo Heiler, Liat Rothfeld, Gretchen Swihart, Stephanie Vaverka, Matthew Viaches, Laura Winder, and Matthew Wyman. You can go this way, I'll take you. Give you a congratulations. Thank you. And for the French awards, Madame Bingen.
Bonsoir. Vive la classe de 2000. Vive les Français. Vive Télé-Français et viva Anana! The award for outstanding performance in French goes to 2 students who have been role models for all of us on how to be a successful learner of a foreign language. Involved in the Hazlitt French program for all 4 years, in class and in French club, these 2 shine in not only academic performance, but in persistence, enthusiasm, curiosity, and cultural sensitivity. The award for Best All-Around French Students goes to Shannon Stoddard and Kevin Dillman. To present the Spanish award, Senora Etheridge.
Buenas noches. It seems like in our Spanish 3 class, seems like about every couple months, some student, unfortunately it's always a different one, will look at me like their head is about to burst and say, "Senora, I've been in here with you for 3 years." And so apparently these seniors deserve an award just for putting up with me for 3 solid years. But besides doing that, the Outstanding Spanish Award goes to 4 seniors who truly have been outstanding, and I've enjoyed having all of them so much. They all have maintained A's through all of their years in Spanish. They've all taken 3 years of Spanish, and one student has returned to join our Spanish 3 class after successfully completing Spanish 3, just to keep up with her Spanish skills and to study independently further in Spanish. All of them have shown a lot of enthusiasm for Spanish throughout all the years. They've done extra things for Spanish, and at one point or another, each of them has done something really exceptional or outstanding to make a contribution to the classes. One of the students has studied in Mexico or visited Mexico. One has in Costa Rica. One has in Mexico and Costa Rica. And the other student, while has not traveled abroad, she has used her Spanish extensively all of the time here in the USA. So I want to also comment on their plans for next year. The fact that all of them are studying Spanish in college, and one will be going to Costa Rica with our group even after graduating this summer, and one is studying in Costa Rica on his own. So these 4 people are Becky Early, Lindsay Lamouth, Martha Oplin, and Erin Schulman. And to continue with the Spanish awards and also introduce Quiz Bowl is Senorita Southwell.
What a good-looking group. Qué grupo guapo, eh? Bueno, sí, el guapo. Bueno, that's his name, in case you don't know. That's what he goes by. Shy one that he is. Well, unfortunately, the award I have to give out, the young person is not here, so I would still like to let you know who he is. And Kaushik Otto Joshi was a Spanish student for 3 years as well and achieved top grades, always in his work. He was very devoted to it, showed great discipline and understanding and hard work through all 3 years, and always a lot of effort. Not because it was hard for him, but he always strived to get the best grade and did achieve that for 3 years. So I would like to honor him tonight. Also, I'm here to do Quiz Bowl awards, so I'll change my hat, my sombrero. And Kaushik is also another receiver this evening of the Quiz Bowl award. He was a part of the Quiz Bowl team, has been for 3 years. And this year really came on very strong for us and helped us to make up for the loss of so many powerful seniors in last year's group. So I was very pleased to have him and would like to honor him if you would join me in a round of applause for him. Another person that I would like to honor this evening is Kevin Dillman. Kevin, ven pa acá. Let's keep you up here for a second. Kevin's been a member of the Quiz Bowl team for 4 years, since day one of his career. And early on, he really showed us his skills in so many areas, really so many areas, but especially in mathematics. He's also shown a lot of great leadership skills, really offering encouragement to some of the younger players and actually waiting for cues from me at times if I needed to tell him something, which was greatly appreciated. He was a real key member of last year's championship Quizbusters team, which won him and the other 4 members of the team a year's tuition to MSU. He also played a major role in our wins in the Capital Area Quiz Bowl Invitational and in our Ingham County League Championship the last 3 years in a row. He helped us to win 3rd in states last year and 2nd this year. And so would you please join me in honoring Kevin? And Mrs. Allen will be coming now to present Math Department Awards. Thank you very much.
Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren. As an ex-German teacher, I thought I'd throw that in since we don't have a math language here. I know this is a moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Math Department Awards. The recipients of this year's award endured 4 years of high school mathematics, ranging from geometry to AP Calculus. These are the top 2 students currently in AP Calculus. They are bright, dedicated, hardworking, and pleasant individuals. They are complete, well-rounded students who not only perform well on assessments, but also have their assignments finished and well done. Both have also recently competed and medaled in this year's math rally. And these 2 students are Rachel Kleinard and Kathleen Fitzpatrick. And they say women lag behind the men in math. It's now my pleasure to introduce and to honor the senior members of the 1997 to 2000 Math Rally teams. The ICL Math Rally is a league competition that's held once a year. Each student sends a team of 5 students in each of 5 subject areas: algebra, geometry, advanced algebra, trig, pre-calc, and calculus. And these particular seniors have been on a winning team throughout their high school careers, as this year marked the 6th consecutive first-place finish in the ICL. And these students played a vital role in their success, so a round of applause to them. And I also ask that you hold your applause until we announce the entire team, because we're going way back to their freshman year. First is Rachel Kleinard in calculus. Amanda Collins represented advanced algebra and advanced algebra. Kevin Dillman for calculus. Jennifer Dunn, calculus team. Becky Early, algebra. Kathleen Fitzpatrick, advanced algebra. Trig, pre-calc, and calculus. Chad Goldstein, advanced algebra. Koshak Yoshi, trig, pre-calculus. Aaron Lundstedt, algebra. Greg Messing, trig, pre-calculus. Miranda Scripter, geometry. Gretchen Swihart, advanced algebra and trig, pre-calculus. Jeff Thalen in calculus. Mike Varesh, advanced algebra, trig, pre-calculus. Stephanie Viverka, geometry. And Matt Viaches, geometry, advanced algebra, and trig, pre-calculus. Congratulations. I'd really like to thank these students because I think one of the reasons that Hazlitt has been so successful is because these kids really put a lot of time and effort into preparing for this competition, so I really appreciate it, so thank you very much. The next person I would like to introduce is Mrs. Price, who will be presenting the photography awards. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to switch things around a little bit. We'll start off with another area that I work with. The first awards I'm honored to present tonight are two dedicated newspaper editors who spent a number of hours helping to make sure the Viking Longboat accomplished as much as possible this year. They regularly put in after-school hours to produce pages of the newspaper and organize the overall coverage. That included your recent senior edition that required a good hour and a half of collating as we raced around the table putting it together. It's not an easy job to take leadership of a staff of diverse editors and writers and to stay true to the goal of a strong student voice and present the news and all the things that you like to read. But these two they've done a really nice job for us. So it's with pleasure that I present the Newspaper Editor Awards to Jessica Fink and Joyce Gilman for their dedication and leadership this year with the Hazlitt High School Viking Longboat. Okay, next. Now I'd like to honor another editor. Tomorrow after school in the Viking Room, you seniors will have the opportunity to pick up your copy of this year's Dixit Yearbook. When you look at the book, you'll start it with the cover. You'll go inside the book and notice a table of contents. Consciously and unconsciously, you'll notice a theme that will help carry you through the book. And each page, in a well thought out order that took hours to decide, will offer you coverage of this year, your graduating year at Hazlitt High School. All of those elements were under the direction of one main editor this year. She was the only returning student I had from my staff from last year, so I relied on her a lot, probably too much. It's been a transition year for us at the Dixit, going from a book that you used to get in the fall to one that you'll get before you graduate, and we're real excited about that. I honestly don't know if I, as yearbook advisor, could have survived the transition without the help, dedication, and leadership of this editor. She was always willing to jump in and do what needed to be done. She was always there to muddle through things, along with me and the rest of the staff, and she always stayed true to her vision of providing you all with a strong, modern, attractive yearbook. She's been part of the group that helped us earn our first Spartan Award, which we worked really hard at, and she was a main leader in accomplishing that. It'll be an exciting day tomorrow. We've been digging around in those yearbooks all day, organizing them. We think they look good. We hope you like them. And Shannon Stoddard deserves great congratulations for helping guide this book to reality. It's with great pride that I honor Shannon for her work as this year's editor-in-chief of the Dixit. And the last one. I wear a lot of hats in that room. In the fall, I had a young man who signed up to do an hour of independent study photography in my classroom. He fortunately, or at times I suspect he might have said unfortunately, was in my classroom during 6th hour, which is our yearbook hour. It didn't take long for us to discover that this guy was always willing and more than able to be sent out on various assignments for yearbook photos. He was always available to take photos at any event we needed him to cover, and he always came back with absolutely great photos, although he left his negatives all over the room and we sometimes had problems finding them. In fact, despite all that, we came to rely on this young man to get us the photos we needed. As the year progressed, we used this photographer more and more. There was a point during that first semester that he got kind of panicked because he was spending a lot more time on yearbook photos than on his portfolio, which is the main goal in there. But the portfolio got done. Lo and behold, we actually got this guy to sign up for yearbook second semester, so he became legitimate. Greg Skinner, I want you to know how much I appreciate all the great photos you did this year. It's my pleasure to honor you tonight with an award for your photography skills. When you get your first look at the yearbook tomorrow, seniors, take note of all his great work. It's hard to miss. Greg? He gets a nice traditional photo award, but I also thought he needed a Photo God keychain to put on his camera bag. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Kohler and Mr. Lerg for the Science Awards.
In Spanish, it's Buenos Dias. In science, it's E equals MC squared. This year's recipients represent a very strong group of seniors that in the science department we have all enjoyed working with. In the area of biology, we have 3 recipients: Victoria Chin, Gretchen Swihart, Stephanie Paverka.
Just a little information on how we pick our awards. The entire department sits down. We take this stuff pretty seriously. And first we pick our overall award winner, and that person I'll let Mr. Lerg talk about in a little bit, and that comes as no surprise. And then also the AP teachers, because of the rigors of the course, are asked if there's any people in particular that have shown any kind of extraordinary effort and also deserve any type of awards for what they've accomplished in class. And one person in particular came to mind, other than somebody else, that had achieved some pretty remarkable things. I haven't taught advanced placement chemistry in 12 years, and so it was about as much struggle for me sometimes as it was for them. And a couple individuals had asked me questions that I had to come back with. I'll get back to you very soon on that, and usually meant the next day. But I try to stay true to the form of the AP test, and AP exams are something designed that you are not supposed to get 100% on, which I found out when I was making up my keys to be true. But one person received 3 in a row on this, which I think is an outstanding accomplishment, and was consistently at the top of the class along with someone else, and that's Rachel Kleinert.
The next science award recognizes a person or persons' overall excellence in the area of science. This award was discussed and voted on by the science department, as Mr. Kohler indicated. This person has demonstrated a tremendous desire to learn, an ability to recognize concepts, an ability to persevere, and above all, to keep a sense of humor. This year's award goes to Kevin Dillman. Social Studies Awards will be given by Mr. Hicks.
What a difference a year makes. Had my eyes lasered, and used to have to put the glasses, take them off to read it, and couldn't see you, and that was a lot easier. Now I can see you, and I have to put the glasses on to read. So it kind of turns things around. The Social Studies Department Award is based on the following criteria: scholarship, number of classes taken beyond the required, participation in those classes, and the practice of the core democratic values in the school and community. Based on these criteria, we are honoring 4 outstanding seniors tonight: Victoria Chin, Kevin Dillman, Stephanie Vaverka, Matthew Viacis. Seniors, you've done a great job so far. Can you continue to make good decisions over the next few days? I'd like to have Mr. Town come up and present the award-winning TV 25 awards.
Hola, me llamo Señor Town, maestro de televisión de producción, ¿sí? I'd like to lie to you guys and tell you I'm only going to take a few short minutes, but it just wouldn't be worth it for the amount of time and effort some of these students sitting before me have put in. It's been about 2 years, many of you know, since I started this program, and I had my goal set of what the district wanted and what I wanted to create from this program, but I didn't know what kind of students were here at Hazlet High School, and I soon got to find that out. Some of you have heard this before, but not just some of the 20 students that I'm recognizing tonight, but most of you seniors as a whole, and some of you that graduated. But I've been able to work with some of the most inspiring, creative, hardworking, friendly, positive, smart, funny, caring, intelligent, dedicated, mature, independent, free-thinking, intuitive, imaginative, friendly students in the whole world. It's funny, too, because people come and ask me all the time, you know, how do you do what you do? And I basically tell them, well, you're not going to be as good as us because you don't have the amount of students. I don't tell them outright, but it's hard for me to explain sometimes what all these schools come ask us, what do you do that's so good? And I simply, you know, it's hard for me to say because we've got 20 of these people that I've known for and friends that I've known for so long that have really done such an outstanding job. And if you watch the channel, you probably know. Thanks to 20 of these seniors sitting in the audience with you tonight, TV 25 is known across the state and the country as one of the best. Thanks to them, schools from around the state have been guided to us just in the last 2 years so they can use us as a model. A month ago, it was Western Public Schools. 2 weeks ago, it was Dexter Public Schools. Last week, it was Lansing School District, and this morning, it was 3 administrators from Northville Public Schools asking the same questions over and over again, and I'm still giving them the same answers. They're like, gosh, you only have, you know, you have some nice equipment, but then you do this, and I keep telling them that it's the students that have built this program 2 years ago. And now I'm just waiting for some of these smaller colleges to call and use Hazlet High School as a program because most of these guys blow me away, even today, and definitely when I was in college. The student body's very lucky to have these seniors build this TV program, and it makes me look really, really good, which is very cool. Got a good story that Kelsey will be glad I shared with you about apple pie. Somebody came to us and said, hey, can you fix this broken tape? Because my granddaughter's only recital is on here. I'm like, yeah, we can fix that, no problem. We can put it in a new tape case. And I'm like, Kelsey, here, fix this, will you? And so she fixed it. It's great. We returned, and this lady was so thankful. She baked me an apple pie. Man, I love apple pie. And so I was eating in my office. Kelsey comes in. I'm like, Kelsey, this lady just, never mind. She's like, what? I'm like, never mind. So I'm like, here, take your apple pie and just go away. In the last 2 short years, they have won 11 statewide awards, 4 regional awards, 1 national award, and was recognized by the Michigan Association of School Board as one of Michigan's best, proving to you TV students that it can be seen as a valuable and essential educational experience, as most of you know that already. You guys have opened the doors for those behind you, and I only hope that they will do the same. I'm kind of scared when 20 people are walking out the door in 3 days, but we'll find a way to get around it. I'll never forget what you've helped me do here, and I hope you don't forget what you've started. One last message to you guys and everybody else that are seniors, and I found it on a coffee cup sitting in my cupboard, and it's a pretty short quote, and I'm full of quotes, as most of you know. While the difficult takes time, the impossible takes just a little bit longer. So don't forget that there's pretty much, and I've seen it all, and you guys know Goldstein, Lauerman, McNinch, Barnes, Briggs, you guys, all you guys that are sitting here tonight that I'll recognize, there's really not a whole lot that you can do. It's actually pretty easy. Most of you know that already. I'd like to introduce you to some students here sitting that will not just be who used to be on TV 25, but they are the people who created the whole station. And they'll always be there. We need to like etch your names in the side of the wall or something, I don't know, permanent marker. First one is Angela Tuller. She is very new to this program, but she decided to sit in with us on second semester and has been a new addition. And now that she won that hairstyling award, I can get free haircuts and stuff, which is pretty cool. Should I pass these all out right now? Peter Eberhardt, his shooting skills have helped us out a lot, and also some people who are making some films that I'm sure you'll see in the East Lansing Film Festival next year. He's really been a nice addition for them. He's a good shooter if he can remember to bring the camera with him. These next four, I kind of want to bring up together, and you probably know who you are. Josh Hoisington, Josh Davis, Justin Stoney, and Paul Kraus. They kind of hang out together all the time. They've been a nice addition this last semester. Been able to do some creative things with their acting skills, such as soup, among other things that really made the station, and we've had lots of fun with them. It's good to see them spending all kinds of time putting their heads together to do stuff on video. It's sort of a different medium. And just one suggestion that you guys will only get, make sure that you get a full set of drums. Oh, yeah. And a saxophone player or something. But these guys. Richie Waters, you here tonight? No, Richie made our new webpage. Just check it out. It's pretty cool, including breaking into all sorts of, never mind, I want to mention. No, I'm just kidding, really. Liz Hall. Liz has been with us since the beginning. She was there before we started into the TV classes, and she's one of the foundation and building blocks of the channel. She's been nice to have around and covers just about everything in the hallways that happen at Haslett High School. Emily Jo Heiler, it's kind of the same deal. Emily was with us in the beginning. She was in the intro class, and then in the advanced class, and then not in the advanced class, and now she's back in the advanced class, which is very cool. We're glad to have her, and again, sad to see her go. Melanie Whistle, who's been just, I don't know what I'm going to do without her. She, right now she updates the bulletin board, which is when there's not programming going on. And the other day she was gone, and I tried to add something to it, and I couldn't remember how to do it. And so she's going to really do some cool stuff at Western Michigan. And I'm glad that she, I don't know, next 3 days you're going to have to show me how to use that thing. So. Matt Carson, who's not here, but he also has been a big help editing the news together. David Khadija, are you here? I gave Dave a hard time, but he's really, because it's fun to give Dave a hard time, but he's really done a nice job in the last semester, and he's been with us for a long time as well. Jen Highstreet. Is she here? Jen Highstreet was one of the students who was with us from the very beginning, and she's done a lot of cool things and helped us out a lot. Her name would be one that would be right up there with anybody helping build the station. Jen. Jack Casey, who I don't think is here tonight. I could do an impression for you, though. Hi, this is Jack. The weather is sunny, and it's going to rain. That's it. And every day I tell Jack, man, you got to improve your weather. And this has been going on for 2.5 years. So he's funny, and I guess it works out well, but he's just, I don't know. It's Jack. He's been there for a long time, and he actually added some nice pieces. And if he ever turned in one on time, I'm sure they'd be great. So, but I'll give him his word. Jamie Briggs, is she here? Oh, yeah, she is. Jamie Briggs is one of the students that has been there the whole time with us. She was there before we had any lights. She was there before we had any carpet. And so she was one that's helped us build everything. She's coming back to do other things with us too, and she's going to be at Michigan State, which is going to be really cool to have her. So. Almost done. Rachel McNinch, who was in my intro class and really didn't start with us right away, but ever since she took the intro class and then got in the advanced class, she's somebody that would do anything you asked her to do, no matter what. Do it with quality, and do it with care, and actually produce things that have been of very, very high quality. And I hope to have her next year, either as an intern, because she's going to Michigan State next year, and also working in the area. So, Rachel. Couple more. Chad Goldstein. Only unfortunate thing about Chad Goldstein, he's going into engineering. No, I'm just kidding. A good story about Chad Goldstein is every announcement when he would direct, he'd say, you know, Mr. Town, you can say no to this, and many of you know I'm not very good at saying no. And he's like, listen, I want to take all the equipment out in the studio and put it outside in the grass and direct announcements out there. And I'm like, okay. And so we end up doing it, and it actually looks really cool. He's a very creative person. He wanted to go to USC, decided to go to University of Michigan. I'm sure he'll run the place by next year, which is very cool. USC would have been lucky to have him. University of Michigan's very lucky, and we're very unlucky to lose him. So, Chad Goldstein. Yep. All right, last two. You probably know who they are. Kelsey Barnes and Lainey Lauerman have been around since the beginning. These are two people that I can definitely say I give them things to do, and they do them 10 times better, not just making tapes that gets me apple pie, which is cool too. But these two right here, and you've seen Lainey probably more than you have seen Kelsey on TV, but these two right here are somebody that anybody in here could give them any job, and they would probably do it twice as good as you could do it. And these are going to be two people that really are set, and so is everybody else, but they're going to change the world just by some of the stuff that they have done in the last 2 years. And it's going to be rough losing them, but I'm sure that they'll do great where they are, and they're going to be around too. Well, one's going to be in Colorado, or Oregon, whatever. So they do everything from football to basketball to choir to news to ordering and repairing equipment to babysitting Ashley and ripping on the way I dress on a daily basis. So thanks, guys. And thank you. I'm sorry it took so long. Mr. Bob Regan.
Good evening. If I may, I'd like to just take a minute to acknowledge our school staff, not only those represented on stage, but all those dedicated teachers and administrators throughout our system, elementary, middle school, and high school. They work very hard. They deserve our respect. The Detroit Free Press and the Michigan Association of Secondary School Principals sponsor the Michigan Academic All-State Team. Team members are chosen on the basis of their academic accomplishments, combining grade point average and college entrance test scores. Each Michigan high school nominates one student. The senior with the highest combined score from Hazlitt High School is Kevin Dillman. And that's not all. Keep in mind there's well over 1,000 high schools in Michigan. But from the academic all-state team, there are 250 are chosen to receive the Robert C. Byrd Honors Scholarships, which is established to promote student excellence and achievement and to recognize exceptionally able students who show promise of continued excellence. Kevin has been selected to receive the Robert C. Byrd Honors Scholarship. Congratulations. I have no idea where your award is. We'll give it to you, okay? Congratulations. And that concludes our school awards, and so we would ask the community scholarship presenters to come forward.
The first scholarship, the Community Service Scholarship, is awarded to a senior student who has demonstrated involvement in programs within the Hazlet community and through their efforts have made the Hazlet community a better place to live. The Community Service Scholarship is awarded to Kristen Denherter. I'd like to introduce Mr. Vic Samuelson.
Thank you, Mr. Duda. It's an honor to be here. I'm president of the Hazlet Kiwanis Club, and I'm a little nervous to tell you the truth because I've never. It's quite an honor to be here in front of all the distinguished seniors here and the distinguished faculty and people of the community. It's my pleasure to award the Art Clark Memorial Kiwanis Scholarship, and this is in recognition of academic excellence and also extracurricular activities and community involvement. And this year's award goes to Michael Varesh.
I'd like to introduce Ms. Sharon Jones, who will present the Herb Hagenbuch Scholarships.
It's my pleasure this evening to recognize 5 seniors who will be the recipients of the Herb Hagenbuch Scholarships. They are Emily Jo Heiler, Lainey Lauerman, Melanie Whistle, Victoria Chen, and Liat Rothfeld.
I'd like to introduce Ms. Mary Howard, who will present the Al Klusak Memorial Scholarship.
Good evening. I'm not only the president of the CLUSAC Scholarship Fund, but also a Hazlet School employee, so my honor tonight is twofold. The CLUSAC Scholarship Fund has been giving to our area youth for 21 years. We provide a free junior golf clinic, support to the Hazlet golf teams, and scholarships like those I will award tonight. In fact, we have given over $40,000 to the community in charitable acts. Tonight, it is my great pleasure to bestow two scholarships. First, to Nick Shibley, $500. And then Miranda Scripter, a $2,000 scholarship.
Mr. Randy Fletcher will present the Athletic Booster Scholarship.
Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Hazlet Athletic Boosters, I'm honored tonight to present this year's scholarships to Matthew Viaches and Amy Pritchard.
Mr. Tom King will present the Hazlet Memorial Scholarships and the Donald Warner Memorial Scholarship.
The Donald Warner Scholarship is given and funded by the family of Donald Warner. Donald Warner was a Hazlet graduate, and he did not have the opportunity to attend college. His children and grandchildren attended school here, and when he died in 1994, his family started a scholarship award. And this year's winner is Shannon Stoddard. The second two set of scholarships that I'd like to present were a result, unfortunately, in 1991 of the death of 3 students in the class of 1991. This scholarship has been given annually since then, and one of the fundraising activities is organized by Mr. Beebe. It is a golf outing, and the funds also come from contributions to that memorial scholarship back in 1991. There are 2 winners this year of the class of 1991 Memorial Scholarship, and they are Stephanie Vaverka and Aaron Schulman.
Mr. Bob Regan will present the Rotary Club Scholarships.
I am a proud member of the Hazlet Okemos Rotary Club. On behalf of our members, we wish to present an outstanding young woman a scholarship, and that is Elizabeth Austin.
Mr. Bob Cavera and Stephen Bennett will present the Student Council Scholarships.
For the past several years, I have had the pleasure of being the student or the faculty advisor to the Student Council. The Student Council is the student governing body for Hazlet High School, and to explain a little bit more about it is the Communications Officer, Steve Bennett.
Thank you, Mr. Guevara. My name is Steve Bennett. I'm a sophomore here at Hazlet High School. As a sophomore, I can't help but say that I look up to the seniors as I would look up to my two older brothers. I look up to the seniors as I would look up to any role models. And tonight we are here to honor 5 student council members who have been nothing but wonderful role models and student leaders for all of us here at Hazlet High School. And they are
Elizabeth Austin, Chad Goldstein, Aaron Schulman, Stephanie Viverka, and Justin Stoney.
Mr. Bob Stabler will present the Hazlet Spartan Award.
Good evening. My name is Bob Stabler, and I'm extremely honored to be here tonight to present the very first ever Hazlet Spartan Scholarship Fund on behalf of Tom Riggs, Jerry Rudder, Tony Paul, Jason McIntyre, and myself. Now, before presenting the scholarship, I wanted to give a brief background on both us and the fund. Tom, Jerry, Tony, Jason, and I all graduated from Hazlet High School back in 1988, 12 years ago, and went on to Michigan State University to pursue a variety of interests. In about 92, 93, we all graduated, and collectively we had received degrees in finance, mechanical engineering, political science, and business. A few of us even went on to acquire master's in business degrees from Ohio State University and the University of Phoenix. We've worked for the National Bank of Detroit, Merrill Lynch, Ford Motor Company, B.F. Goodrich Aerospace, and Anderson Consulting. Jobs have included human resource manager, design engineer, bank vice presidents, plant managers, production supervisors, and individual business owners. And I'm proud to say that today we're still the closest of friends. Although these accomplishments were the result of many things, hard work, passion, and some luck, that's always part of everything, the educations that we received here at Hazlet High School and Michigan State University, we believe, were the foundations for some of those successes. With that realization in mind, Jason McIntyre created the vision of developing a scholarship that recognizes this importance. Specifically, we wanted to give thanks to the educational institutions in the form of a scholarship. Thus, the Hazlet Spartan Scholarship Fund, this year worth $2,500, was born. This scholarship is focused on rewarding outstanding Hazlet High School seniors that will be attending Michigan State University. And our goal is to do more tonight than just present a scholarship and walk away. Our hope is to develop a relationship with each recipient and act as a resource that they can freely utilize throughout their entire education and professional careers. The 5 of us, we feel, have a fairly diverse background and interest, and will encourage each individual to use us for networking, questions about career types. What do engineers do? What is it like to be in finance? What is it really like to be out in the business world? Co-op and internship opportunities. Each of our particular organizations have those types of programs. And then, of course, employment opportunities upon graduation. Now, before presenting the scholarship, we'd like to thank each one of you that applied and congratulate all of you on the accomplishments you have made thus far. Graduation from high school is quite a milestone, and one many more you will achieve throughout your lives. Selection of this year's recipient was extremely difficult. Each application was impressive, and our candidate demonstrated high marks in the classroom, extracurricular activity involvement, and overall essay content. With that said, it is my extreme pleasure to introduce to you the very first Hazlitt Spartan Scholarship Fund recipient, Alex Williams. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
We have one more transition here. Mrs. Noose and Ms. Simpkins, the top 10%, and thank you very much for coming.
As our last official duty as your counselors, Ms. Simpkins and I want to congratulate each member of the class of 2000. We've enjoyed working with you and wish you well in the next stage of your education. At this time, we'd like to introduce and honor the top 10% of Hazlitt's class of 2000. Please come to the stage as we read your name. Jennifer Brownlee, Derek Carr, Victoria Chen, Rachel Kleinard, Kevin Dillman, Jennifer Dunn, Kathleen Fitzpatrick, Chad Goldstein, Koshik Josie. We'd like you to stay, if you stay up here. Kyle Macklem, Casey Porter, Liat Rothfeld, Shannon Stoddard, Justin Stoney, Gretchen Swihart, Angela Vasco, Michael Varesh, Stephanie Viverka, Matthew Viaches, Laura Winder. We present to you the class of 2000 top 10%.
Thank you very much for joining us this evening to help us celebrate the accomplishments of our students and your children. We would like you to join us in the cafeteria for refreshments where programs are available. Thank you very much.